Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Under the Wrist Tape. This is our Raw review where we put our opinions towards the last episode of Raw. I'm Steven, and this isn't our regular set. Oh yeah, you're right.
I think we got a location, but something feels a little off.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Yeah, it's normal now. I feel like I'm at home.
Well, I guess I can reintroduce the show.
Seems like a good idea to me.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Under the Wrist Tape. I'm Steven.
I'm Jake.
And this is our Raw review show where we share our opinions of the recent episode of Raw. We like to start off the show with a little thing called Win and Fail. So, Jake.
My win. Big Show getting fired. About damn time. We've been going on this for the past 3 weeks now, saying he's 7 foot, 440 something pounds. He has no wrestling ability. He just clubs people and throws them.
Yeah. I would have to say I would agree and put this as my win if I didn't know what they're going to use him after he's fired. Because you're going to say your fail, and I'm going to continue what I actually mean when I say what I just said. So,
Alright.
your fail?
My fail. The final segment of Raw. Great start with John Laurinaitis coming out saying how everybody who likes John Cena is a loser. It was about time they came out and just blatantly said that. And then John Cena had to come out and try to do the reverse thing on him, going back and forth, the loser thing. It just get repetitive and annoying. And then Cena with the go puck yourself, ha 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 ha. I could put a P instead of an F and I can make it PG friendly, ha ha ha. It's still a horrible joke. You're not funny. Stop.
Yeah, you know how John Cena recently got divorced, right?
Right.
The WWE creative thought, hey, let's make an upbeat promo segment / whatever you want to call it for John Cena, because, you know, he's been going through a bad time. Let's make it so he's upbeat, just going, ha, you're a loser. It kind of reminded me of Jim Carrey a little bit, but nowhere near the level of what he was doing.
Jim Carrey minus the funny, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, it was very repetitive. And I wanted to get back to on how Big Show was fired. We learned that there will be no special guest referees, no people allowed at ringside, and if someone on the roster who's a superstar interferes, they will be terminated. Oh, guess who just got fired by John Laurinaitis?
Well, it's the Big Show!
Yeah, so what I think is going to happen, John Laurinaitis is going to say, hey, you want your job back? Come and interfere in my match and make me win. So, at least Big Show will be a heel, but we still see the Big Show.
Yeah.
So my win? Or do you want to elaborate anymore?
I can see that happening, actually. You make a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that means we have to see Big Show back again.
Yeah,
which I'm sad
unfortunately.
about.
Yeah, very. Me too. Don't worry.
You win?
My win has to be the opening segment of Raw.
Oh, fantastic.
We saw very valid points by both Triple H and Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman's back, baby!
Yeah, with Triple H, he makes the point that Brock Lesnar's a quitter. And throughout his career, we can actually see that when he started with WWE and ended his career in 2004, we see him lose a match to Goldberg and then quitting right after that.
Goldberg, you mean Ryback?
They're the same guys, right?
I don't know, I think that one of them was like a decade ago or something.
Yeah, so he quits after that loss because we see a guy probably superior than Brock Lesnar at the time, or at least on the same level as Brock Lesnar. Because Goldberg was phenomenal. Like what they made him phenomenal. I'm not saying his abilities was phenomenal. They made him phenomenal.
Well, he actually did have phenomenal ability.
Yeah.
He was agile, he was quick and powerful. Remember when he got the Giant, or the Big Show, whatever the hell you want to call him, up for the jackhammer?
Yeah.
And then his spear was always lethal, because he just charged at the guy. No safety in mind. He made Rhino's gore look like Edge's spear.
Yeah. And then next point of his career path was to get into the NFL. So he tried out for the Minnesota Vikings. He made it into the preseason, but then after that he got cut. What did he do? He quit his career on NFL because he didn't make the team. Instead of going, you know what, I'm determined, I'm going to make an NFL team, he quits. So he goes to UFC. He becomes one of the top UFC guys, gets the
defeated Randy Couture to win the World Heavyweight title.
Gets the World Heavyweight title, then loses it, and then quits after the next match. He loses his World Heavyweight title.
Lost to Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
Then after that, Alistair Overeem failed a drug test, so I guess that fight was just bad business for the UFC.
Yeah. I can understand because health-wise, but, you know, storyline to where the WWE is going, it's making sense that he's a quitter. And now that he gets back in WWE and then quits after John Cena beats him, or, you know, quits after John Cena beats him, it's just a great storyline. I'm thinking that it's actually really well put together. And then on Paul Heyman's side, I don't really exactly like the suing part, because in WWE, if you want to settle things, settle in the ring, not in a courthouse.
What's Paul Heyman going to do in the ring?
Yeah, but true, but
Brock
Lesnar, you don't want to sue Triple H, you want to beat the crap out of him. But I just want to quote one thing that Paul Heyman said. You bring a fighter into an entertainment business and get upset when he fights. I thought that was an excellent
brilliant.
line.
Brilliant by Paul Heyman, or whoever wrote that. Kudos to you.
Yeah, that was real. That was
ask for a raise.
Yeah,
do it.
So that's my win. I thought it was an excellent opening segment, but my fail, which includes CM Punk again, but not technically CM Punk. It's the build-up between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk's feud.
What build-up?
I know exactly what build-up. There was no build-up.
Well, they had AJ coming in talking to CM Punk, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to have anything to do with you. Good idea.
Well, could be the match of the year. You have no backstory to it at all. The only thing they did was on their website and made a little backstory when they were in Ring of Honor and all the indie work they did with each other.
Well, you know what I think they're doing? I think they're going to finally let wrestling shine with no storytelling behind this. I'd say maybe, because most main events have like a video package there, maybe in their video package they'll have the list of accomplishments and the wrestling ability. Maybe instead of emphasizing the E in WWE, they're going to emphasize the second W, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Well, we both agree it'll be an excellent match.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal. There's no doubt about it.
But which kind of brings to my sub-fail, and what I want to talk about first in the night was the CM Punk and Santino Marella versus Cody Rhodes and Daniel Bryan. You get that opening in the match, even though it's Raw, and CM Punk and Daniel Bryan is going to be your main event at Over the Limit, and you open it for your Raw.
Well, then again, the week before, they had pretty much the same scenario with, it was Alberto Del Rio and Chris Jericho and Sheamus and Randy Orton. Why did I struggle on that? That was my win. But they had that opening the show, and then the Raw main event closing the show, and now it's because of Super Show, because there's no brands anymore except for SmackDown, which, no Raw guys there. Now they have it reversed. Just stop the Super Show already. Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. Keep it as that, please.
Yeah,
so you can have distinct main events and storylines, and it's not all over the card.
Yeah, so we saw Santino Marella team up with CM Punk.
Why? Just because Cody Rhodes is there and he's the Intercontinental title, they have to have the second-tier champion from Raw come in?
What?
No.
But Santino did really well in the match. Hey, his wrestling ability. Oh, that suicide he did was phenomenal.
Oh, I wish he took his own life, in the words of Joey Styles.
Yeah, we can both say that team up was disgraceful.
It was disrespectful, not to CM Punk, to Phil Brooks.
Yeah, and like I said before, Santino Marella with the U.S. title, Cody Rhodes put it best. When he was beating on him, he said, "This is the USA title holder," or U.S. title holder. He said that when he was beating on Santino Marella, and who can disagree?
They should have had Miz win it back at Extreme Rules to bring some sort of prestige back in that title and give Miz something to do still, because now he's just getting in a feud with Brodus Clay, but we'll get to that later. Yeah.
So the next match was the Divas match, and of course they put
Divas match.
Yeah, or just Beth Phoenix dominating. But they continue the trend of whoever gets their entrance skipped loses the match.
Exactly.
So we see Alicia Fox was the entrance that got skipped, obviously, and we see Beth Phoenix dominate her in the ring, and Layla come out, and then
watching the stage, and after the match, when Beth Phoenix goes for another glam slam, or Beth Phoenix won, if you didn't know, surprise, surprise. Beth Phoenix goes for another glam slam, Layla comes in, "Oh, I'm going to help you out here." No, runs off. Or Beth Phoenix runs off before the Glam Slam is executed.
Yeah, Layla was able to pull off a face buster on Beth Phoenix to get the upper hand on Beth Phoenix.
That was a face buster?
Or her attempt at a face buster.
It looked like a clothesline that just took her off to the side and just glanced the front of her head.
Yeah, so what do you think about this Layla and Beth Phoenix match at Over the Limit?
The Divas division, it needs a new aspect. I mean, Beth Phoenix is a great wrestler.
Oh, no doubt.
Better female wrestler than most people on the roster. Natalia, underutilized.
Yeah.
Layla,
well, I can say she's better than Kelly Kelly.
Oh, for sure. And both of the Bellas,
well, they're gone, so we need Karma back. That's all I'm saying.
Karma's just going to dominate like she did in TNA under Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong, yeah.
Back in Japan, she was known as Amazing Kong. You heard her promo last year saying she was cleaning toilets in Japan to make her name. She was learning from some of the best Joshi, which is Japanese female wrestlers, Aja Kong, Manami Toyota, some legends. And she was building this knowledge, and now she's taking it to WWE, and what happens? Boom! She gets knocked up! So I want a baby! So now we don't see her for a year. The Divas division crumbles, except for one match last year, Beth Phoenix versus Eve, actually. It was a pretty good Divas match back
where they did the Super Glam Slam?
Yeah, the Super Glam Slam. I thought that was a pretty good match. And back then, Eve actually was getting like a big push, and now it's continued, kind of. But now she's in an executive position. She's better than a lot of the female wrestlers.
I don't like how they destroyed Eve to protect John Cena.
Yeah, that's... Just have Cena do his own thing. People are going to dislike him. That's bound to happen when you have barely any talent. Let Eve do her own thing. Emphasize the wrestling more than the entertainment. When will this happen?
I don't know. So, we saw our favorite wrestler in a 6-man tag team match, Brodus Clay. That's sarcasm. Sorry if you didn't understand that.
Yeah, we actually also saw our actual favorite wrestler in that same match.
So it was Brodus Clay.
Brodus Piss Break Clay.
Brodus Piss Break Clay.
You got it wrong again. Try it again. Brodus
Piss Break Clay.
There you go.
R-Truth and Kofi Kingston.
And Little Jimmy.
Versus Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and The Miz.
And Miss Piggy.
Yeah. So, it was a decent match until Brodus Clay came in. That's what I have to say.
I thought Dolph Ziggler jumping and then Brodus Clay just going, Moo! Just smacking him with the crappy mohawk thing he has on his head.
I feel sorry for Dolph Ziggler, because you see him, such a phenomenal in-ring talent.
And now he's delegated to this role of jobbing to Brodus Clay week after week along with the Miz.
I know, but you see, Brodus Clay doesn't even have to do anything to Dolph Ziggler. All he has to do is stand there, and Dolph Ziggler just bounces off him.
I'm telling... Why don't these people just start bringing fruits and vegetables to the ring? That's got to be Brodus Clay's nemesis.
Yeah,
pull out a stalk of broccoli out of him, probably cower in fear.
And then you get a count-out win.
Exactly.
That's an excellent idea.
One thing I really liked in this match, and I'm surprised at... Well, two things. Kofi Kingston's trouble in paradise
yes,
on
that's what I was going to bring up too.
Stiff as hell. It was like Kenta giving him a kick. It was unbelievable.
The timing he did it, it was one of his best Trouble in Paradise I watched in a while.
Then Brodus Clay actually didn't just fall on The Miz. He actually jumped on him, making it an actual big splash, not a I fell on my ass thing.
What I wanted to bring up too was Abraham Washington. He was up in the
scouting again.
Skybox.
Mason Ryan there too.
Yeah, and he's going to scout Mason Ryan. Do you think he would team up with Epico and Primo, or just a different wrestler under management of Abraham Washington?
Perhaps. I like to see the Golden Boys, or that's what Vicky Guerrero. I'm calling Vicky Guerrero's tribe now the Golden Boys, because all of them are blonde. Yeah, and so I like to see Abraham Washington, Vicky Guerrero from the some sort of agreement. Form a stable, like Nation of Domination style, something big like that. Then have them have some success. Maybe Dolph Ziggler going into the main event. Maybe having a triple threat match down the line between Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Dolph Ziggler. That and the triple threat, that'd steal the summer.
Yeah, but
then maybe having Epico and Primo tag team titles, Swagger and Ryan, maybe U.S. title contention. I'd like to see the U.S. title back on Swagger or even Ryan.
Yeah, but I think You brought up that stable between all of them. I think that would be a pretty decent stable because you got Dolph Ziggler, who's all-around guy. You got Epical and Primo, the cruiserweights, agility guys, and then you got Jack Swagger and Mason Ryan, the big guys. And I think that would just be a well-rounded
ingenuity of Abraham Washington.
Yeah, I think that stable would dominate.
Yeah, that would be. That's probably why they're not putting it together right now, because it'd be a big stable and it'd take away from the other guys. They have to give more people a push.
Yeah.
Which we are still waiting for Dean Ambrose to debut on television. WWE, make the move now. Actually, hold on. After Over Limit, put him on the card.
Well, he's doing dark matches still, like he did one before Raw. But like I said before, how many guys can you push at once? You know.
That's why I said save it till Over Limit. Maybe this Friday, have Damien Sandow debut.
Yeah. You need one of the. You need whoever's debut between the last month or whatever. They should feud together now because you can't have 6 people.
It's either feud or a tag
stream.
team. I'd like to see Ryback and maybe we're going back to the stable idea. Maybe a new blood stable, kind of like they did in WCW before it collapsed. Like the concept itself was great, just poor execution. Ryback, Ambrose, Cesaro. Yeah, have Ryback turn heel. Okay, a dominant face monster type doesn't really work. We saw that with Kane. We saw that with other guys too, like the Boogeyman. That was a mistake. The Boogeyman wasn't really dominant. He was just scary.
Yeah.
But no, a dominant heel works. Like a dominant, aggressive heel that you'd fear. Like Ambrose, if you've seen his gimmick in FCW, he's just a lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
Have him, Ryback, maybe Cesaro for like the bit of the class, and Sandow, all 4 of them to come together saying, we're tired of these simple-minded people who have been given the spots in the company. Our time is now.
But wouldn't the new blood stable just be another Nexus?
Ah, crap. Well, my dreams just went down the drain.
Yeah. Sorry. But,
damn it!
Bringing up the main event now, which was Sheamus on commentary, and we saw Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. And I love the ending of the match. Even, like, the actual match itself was great, because Chris Jericho and Randy Orton are 2 great performers. And
Randy Orton has actually got improved over the past few weeks, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, he's been there for a while, but now there's finally starting, I guess, let him go.
But like you said before, like off camera, when John Cena leaves, Vince McMahon is gonna have one more pick for like the top guy, right? And you think it will be Randy Orton, but
It depends if Cena retires soon enough.
But judging by how Randy Orton's actually been going now, I wouldn't actually mind that.
No, I wouldn't either. Well, if they just DPG'd it a bit.
Yeah, because back in like 2004, when he was the Legend Killer, I thought Randy Orton was awesome.
Yeah, great gimmick, very arrogant. Actually, I liked him in 2005 when he was feuding with The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because then he just went the heel.
Now you just brought up that, remember that reversal between Randy Orton and Undertaker?
At WrestleMania 21, when Undertaker went for the chokeslam, Randy Orton countered it into an RKO. I am a human wrestling encyclopedia.
No. I can't remember, but Undertaker countered one of Randy Orton's move and turned it into a tombstone pile driver. I don't know. Search it up on
probably
YouTube.
A crossbody or a drop. I can see a drop kick being countered on a tombstone. Orton goes to the drop kick. Undertaker goes down. Whoop, catches him over his shoulder, drops him down. That'd be fantastic finish to a match.
Yeah, but going back to the actual match on Monday, we saw Y2J throw Randy Orton into Sheamus, which angers him, and then
Jericho's a genius.
But remember, that's what Daniel Bryan did I think it was Big Show and Mark Henry. He got Mark Henry mad by throwing someone into Mark Henry.
No, he didn't get Mark Henry mad by throwing someone into Mark Henry. He went out there and started berating Mark Henry.
Okay, yeah, that was it. But it's still the similar kind of style. But that's an excellent
both of those 2 are great
to,
wrestlers, and they're also geniuses, so I can see them using that technique.
Yeah, and then Chris Jericho fired Sheamus up to get a spark between Randy Orton and Sheamus, which is what I want to see. And now it's official that they will have a match on Friday Night SmackDown.
And hopefully we can see Chris Jericho versus Alberto Del Rio, which inadvertently will steal the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction right now, saying that if they put Chris Jericho and Alberto Del Rio on the card, my unbiased opinion, not saying this, it'll be the best match on that card for the night.
Well, that's all we have to say for this show. This is a part of the show where we ask the biased black guy questions. So, Jake.
Biased black guy, what was your favorite thing about Raw last night?
David Otunga is back, baby!
Well, that's biased black guy for you. I'm Steven.
I'm Jake.
And you've been watching Under the Wrist Tape.
Please support Daniel Bryan. Thank you.